If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 9 of the Barcelona career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with the game at home in La Liga against Granada. Fingers crossed we can get another good victory. We're still, like in the last episode, we were trying to find the balance. I think we are getting there. We're having some decent results now. Unfortunately, we aren't able to be top of the table just yet, but we're on our way to getting there. So 3 points here against Granada would go down very nicely indeed. Trying the 4-2-3-1 again this time. I've actually swapped I've swapped Neymar and Royce around, although to be fair I have actually swapped Messi from Counter-Striker as well, with Iniesta sat in behind him right now. I haven't as of yet really enjoyed using Iniesta, but I'm giving him a second crack of the whip to see if he can actually force his way into that position, because obviously Iniesta is one of the world's best players, one of the best players of this generation, and if it weren't for players like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, players like Xavi and Iniesta would have been dubbed the best of their generation. So, you have to kind of try and make a way to ensure you can get as many of your best players into a team as you possibly can. So that's what I'm trying to do. And we have Messi actually winning a header up top with the first chance of the game. Unfortunately, not able to find the back of the net with it coming back off the post. But down the right-hand side with Neymar here, I bought Neymar, if some of you may remember actually, from when I was streaming the Manchester United career mode. It was a while ago when I first started streaming back in like January, February time. I did buy Neymar and I actually played him on the right hand side, and he was very, very effective for me. I haven't been able to find the best out of him just yet, playing him down the left, so I've moved him across to the right. I'm going to see if we can get a little bit more out of him. He was obviously doing a little bit of work there earlier on the right hand side, and it's Andres Iniesta that actually scores the opening goal. So the two players that we were having a closer look at today, Neymar on the right and Iniesta at cam, are actually doing the business. I'm not really too sure what the goalkeeper was doing though here. Nice little first touch from Iniesta, actually feinting to take the first touch, letting it run across his body, but then look, I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing, straight at him, doesn't take a deflection off anyone, just lets it go through his legs and into the back of the net. I mean, I'll take it, thank you very much. That's Barca 1, Granada 0 as we push further into the second half. Iniesta and then Neymar down the right involved again. Obviously Neymar's absolutely rapid, so going to try and utilise that if I possibly can. Wasn't sure whether to drill this cross or stand it up to the back post to Marco Reus. In the end decided to drill it to Messi. He brings it under control in a way that only Messi can, and then pops it into the back of the net. If that had been anyone else in the middle, their first touch would have been too heavy and the chance would have been gone. But thankfully, it was the one and only Lionel Messi. So 2-0 to Barcelona. It seems like game over, although Nyom, obviously a new signing actually in the Barclays Premier League for Watford this year, still at Granada on this particular save. And he wasn't able to make the difference there, though their header was not the best, to be completely honest. So I made a couple of changes. Arda Turan and Rajan Angolan coming on to try and freshen things up. See if we can make a couple of changes to try and just put the game beyond any reasonable doubt, to be completely honest. I just wanted to make sure that we could A, get a win, and B, get a good win, because goal difference could come down to deciding that. Although actually no, in La Liga it's head to head. That has only just dawned on me. In La Liga they go on head to head records first, don't they, rather than goal difference. So to be fair, maybe goal difference isn't that important, but we are going to get the chance to make it 3-0 here. Nowhere near the ball when he goes in for that challenge with Alex Vidal. The ball, it was so far gone. It was miles away by the time he made contact with the man. Messi steps up. Messi doesn't miss penalties, unless, of course, it's 2012 and it's against Chelsea in the Champions League semi-final. But other than that, Messi doesn't miss penalties, and that's Barcelona 3, Granada 0. We're going to have another opportunity to try and catch them on the counter-attack. Arda Turan picks the ball up. Not the fastest, but obviously has got really, really great dribbling feet, and they're going to slot a gorgeous ball through to Messi here, trying to pick up another one for him, but Oya, the goalkeeper, makes a good save actually down low, and they're able to keep it in as well. Good defending to stop it from going out for a corner. Still trying to get myself a fourth though, if I possibly can. Rakitic's coming down the right hand side. Good feet again to turn inside. There's one thing with this entire side, as Neymar goes very close to scoring an extremely nice goal. Almost everybody in this side has really, really good dribbling, which is brilliant for me in the game, because I'm trying to play the Barcelona way with a little tiki-taka passes, trying to work, beautiful goals. Although, to be fair, a handful of goals this year have actually come from penalties, but that's kind of come from the fact that I've had such good dribbling players, and I'm moving in and around players on the edge and inside the box, that they can't help but take me out whenever they get the opportunity to dive in for a tackle. They were able to get one back there through Ricky in the 90th minute, but that's the 3-1 victory for us at home against Granada, which is very nicely going to go towards our league tally as well, but we're into the Champions League next for a game against Anderlecht, who I was kind of expecting an easy game against until I saw that they'd beaten Borussia Dortmund in the first game of the Champions League this season. Now, it's not a weak side that is able to do that, so that kind of made me sit up and take notice, like, okay, well, hang on a minute, this RSC Anderlecht side could actually cause me some problems. Obviously, they've got Alexander Mitrovic up top, the striker that has recently signed for Newcastle. They've got Stefan de Voort in the midfield, who's obviously a very good Belgian centre mid as well. You've got Yuri Tielemans, obviously, who's like the go-to young midfielder, and then you've got Chancel Mbemba, who also, weirdly, has signed for Newcastle as well this season at centre-back. So they've got a good side, and Proto, the goalkeeper's not too shabby either. Still playing the 4-2-3-1, although Lacazette's up top this time with Messi now at cam rather than out-and-out striker. It's going to be about another month in game before we're able to get Luis Suarez involved. Really annoyed there that the CPU control player just let it hit him and it bounced off straight to another Anderlecht man. Fortunately, the goalkeeper was on hand to make a good save there. Obviously, we're playing Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal in the Champions League games, and I'll probably do the same in the Copa del Rey as well. Play him in the cup games and then play Claudio Bravo in the La Liga games. But they're going to pick up a penalty here. And initially I wasn't too sure whether it was a pen or not. I still can't really decide. He puts his foot in there, Barcher, but he's not gone near the ball. And to be fair, the attacker's leg, in fact it's Stefan de Voort, the CDM we mentioned earlier, he kind of leans across with his left foot further than he needs to, purposefully to make contact with Mark Bartra's leg. Something, you see Ashley Young do quite a few times. Actually, Rakitic did it in the European Super Cup the other day to win a free kick that Messi eventually scored. Fortunately, though, justice was done because ter Stegen made a very good save from the penalty to tip it up over the top of the bar. Suarez, though, in the box for them. Their Suarez, and works a nice ball. Mitrovic hits the bar, and unfortunately for me, it falls straight back to him. He's able to volley it in at the first attempt after hitting the bar with the initial header, and that's 1-0 to Anderlecht. And that kind of brought me back into the game. I was like, right, well, hang on a minute. I'm 1-0 down against Anderlecht here. This just cannot do. We're Barcelona, for fuck's sake. Lacazette gets it into Miralem Pjanic. Good shot, well saved by Proto. Lacazette does get to the rebound, but can't squeeze it in the near post. He threw himself at that, but it just went the wrong side of the woodwork. So unfortunately, we head into the second half, still with a 1-0 deficit, but Rafinha trying to break through the midfield here. I was playing a few rotation players, as you will have noticed, but Neymar now on the left-hand side this time, and it's a strange shot. I was really frustrated with him there. He's got 5-star weak foot, so just put your left foot through it, mate. But no, he tries to the fancy flick with the outside of his right foot, and it just didn't work. So I made 2 changes. I actually brought Thomas Vermaelen on at CDM, and also brought Marco Reus off the bench to add an extra injection of pace. I think I actually put Reus at cam, and then Messi out on the right-hand side. Can't quite remember, but I think that's what I did, although Messi is in a central role here, so I may have actually put Marco Reus out wide on the left hand side. But now it's our turn to pick up a penalty. 8 minutes from time. This one, though, absolutely no questions about it whatsoever. The referee sees fit to give him a red card as well. It's Rolando, if you remember the troll Ronaldo, used to play for Inter Milan in the Serie A, the centre-back, but straight through the back of Rafinha there. It's a clear penalty, just inside the box. Arguably not a red card, although from behind you could say perhaps it should have been. The bar there for the penalty was moving so fast and my controller was vibrating so much. There was clearly a lot of pressure with that penalty kick, but Messi just doesn't feel pressure ever, does he? So he was able to put it into the back of the net, and we're back on level terms at 1-1. Trying then with Alex Vidal in behind to get ourselves a winner, but unfortunately Chancel Mbemba does very well to get a block in there, and we have to settle for 1-1. So a point from our second Champions League game to go hand in hand with a win from our opening one, and it's a similar scenario for Anderlecht as well. So we're both on 4 points. Then I think Borussia Dortmund beat Olympiacos. They may have actually drawn. It may be 4 points, 1 point, 1 point. I can't quite remember. We'll find out in the next episode, actually, where we play Dortmund. So make sure that you stick around for that. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed, of course, as always. As you can see, we are now up in second in the league with a point being the deficit between ourselves and Getafe, although Real Madrid do have a game in hand. And Villarreal still haven't played their 6th game, so they're still undefeated. 1 win, 4 draws from their opening 5 games. But a win for them could move them all the way from 12th up to 7th, so that would put them right back into the fray of things. Although, of course, it looks like that game in hand is going to be against Real Madrid, so they may see themselves losing their first game of the season. But either way, perhaps one of those 3 unbeaten records is going to come to a close. Actually, no, there's 4. Athletic Bilbao are unbeaten as well. 3 wins, 3 draws. I hadn't noticed them. So there's still 4 teams that are unbeaten so far. But we're only a point off top. Getafe won't last there, and hopefully we can get a good result against Real Madrid in the episode that's upcoming. I think next Wednesday we've got Real Madrid. So if we can get a win in that one, it doesn't matter what they do in their game in hand. We'll be above them so long as we can continue to get wins in the league, which is, of course, the main aim. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, like I say. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There was a mental episode of My Player went up last night with a very, very important vote in it that you need to check out if you haven't already. Please do so. But that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.